Costa Blanca, Torrevieja, Playa de Cura on a Sunday morning, 10 o'clock, and we've had a lot of beautiful weather, but today is one of the days where it's not in the 20s, but for February this is our winter, 18 degrees, but there's still plenty of people about, and of course, don't matter what time of year, what time of morning, this place is always busy, and this is why Spain is paradise for many people, because you've got the weather, you've got the cheap bars, you've got everything you could ever want here in Spain, and the cost of living is a lot cheaper than most places in the world. But there was 4 reasons why people left because of Brexit, and we're going to go through them reasons today. We're going to explain why a lot of people went back because of Brexit, and of course very difficult for a lot of people now. The pensioners went back for a reason, and other people went back because of the 90-day rule and financial reasons, and registering to be a resident here is a lot more difficult. We're going to go through all the reasons why people actually had to leave Spain, and now, you know, it's not as attractive as it was, because before, as you can know, for a middle-aged family who wanted to come here, it was pretty easy while we was in the EU, and since we've left the EU, financially it's a lot more difficult, and the pensioners just don't feel secure, and they went back for a lot of reasons. So we're going to go through them reasons. Of course, one of them was the big tax reason, and of course health was another one, for health security here in Spain. Spain was one of the real main ideal locations really for all the British expats. Can get here in a couple of hours on a plane, had everything on your doorstep, and of course sunshine 360 days, even though it ain't today of course. But yeah, that outside living and freedom and everything's just so much quieter and calmer, no stress, so it's very attractive for the Brits. But of course, till Brexit come along, killed it, flat bang wallop, and yeah, that made it very difficult for many people that didn't actually get in a register before the deadline. So yeah, the Brits left Spain in their droves basically, and yeah, when it first happened and they had to get out and didn't register their residential, and of course, like I mentioned, the pensioners, they were just leaving, especially down in Costa del Sol, Marbella, all them kind of areas. Yeah, they just left pretty quick. And the main reasons were the old Spanish immigration rules come in. Of course, they was pretty slack while I was in the EU, but they've tightened right down, as you know, with all these new visas and exit and entry visa they're going to be checking on these computers. So all the overstayers are not possible anymore, and yeah, of course it's very difficult for some people. They weren't able to become a resident. As easy as it was, you had to have a financial amount of money to support yourself. But we're going to go through why the pensioners left as well. As you know, the Spanish made it really difficult for the immigration people, and yeah, since 2021 the Spanish immigration rules, they're saying you've got to have a 2,000 a month income in Spain, and you can only visit Spain as a tourist up to 3 months. Of course, like I say before, it was just turned a blind eye. And 90 days you can only come and stay. As you know, a lot of people used to drive over and stay for 6, 7 months, 8 months, the winter months in England, and come over in their car, their motorhomes, and come to Spain. Well, that all got stopped because, of course, the Spanish got very strict with the foreign plated cars here in Spain and started fining them heavily. And then you've got the health issues, of course. You can only access the health care if you're paying into Spain or if you're a pensioner. For the pensioners, if they did want their health care, that was another problem, because they had to have an income of over 21,000 a year for them to receive the health care area, and that was a lot of problems for the pensioners. Of course, being in a foreign country and leaving EU, that was one of the biggest reasons why they did end up leaving Spain. I mean, 21,000 a year, that's a lot more than what the UK state pension actually pays out. So yeah, it's quite a big, vast sum. That was a big reason. You did see a lot of pensioners go back because of that, and also the taxes. So we're going to go through the tax as well. Of course, if you've got a pension coming in, you're going to be taxed as a tax resident here in Spain. In the general rules for a tax resident, you can be taxed anything literally between 19% up to 47%. And yep, I'll let you know exactly what sort of tax you're expected to pay. So up to 12,450 will be 19%, but then between 12.5 to 20, you're looking at 24%. So yeah, it goes up quite a lot, and then it goes between 35 and 60, 37%. And then 60 to 300, if you're lucky enough to have that much, that's a 45% tax you're going to get on your income. That's your basically not just your pension, of course, your wealth you've got. If you've got a private pension, a lump sum, well, that's can be different altogether. And as you know, a lot of people come over here and their houses in the UK, well, anything over 50,000, you have to declare that straight away to the Spanish authority. So yeah, if you sell your house in England and you're a resident here, you'll be paying a hefty amount of tax. So that was another big reason why some people just didn't want to become a resident, because they still had a house back home and they weren't willing to lose half of their money in taxes. Tax was another reason why they all scarpered. Financial reasons as well why they left because of Brexit. I mean, for the middle-aged family to come here during before Brexit, it was really easy. Free come and go, do a job, do what you want while I was in the EU. Of course, now it's a lot more complicated. You have got all these visas out. You've got the digital nomad, the non-lucrative, and then you've got the new one I've done about the Rego visa. They're all trying to make things a little bit easier, but on the other side of the coin, they're making it a lot difficult, because a lot of it comes down to money, whether you want to come and live the dream now in Spain. Of course, Brexit didn't do the UK any favours at all. They got stung really bad by leaving the EU. So that is a reason why, you know, people did come here, because of the cost of living, 20% cheaper than the UK. But things have changed. It's not as cheap as it was, and not only that, people are now choosing other locations to go to rather than Spain, like Portugal and that. They're making it a lot easier for people to become a resident and live the dream. And they're saying the UK economy now is 140 billion smaller because of Brexit. This study was 2023. They reckon the UK Brit was 2,000 euros worse off, and if you're in London, they reckon it's 3,400 worse off, and that's a year. So that is the impact on Brexit in the UK. The economy shrunk, and they reckon it's even getting worse. And they're saying this is their economist special people that analyse everything. They're saying by 2035 there'll be another 300 billion wiped off the UK economy. Yeah, we're talking about billions here, not millions, which is a lot of money. So yeah, it hasn't done the UK any favours by leaving the EU at all. Of course, Bloomberg, the one that does all this financial stuff, they actually saying Brexit's costing UK 100 billion a year. So yeah, Brexit wasn't a great idea, was it? It's messed everyone up. It's messed the EU up. It's messed England up, and everyone else is losing money. The economy's messed up in England, and we're supposed to do the reverse. Everyone was supposed to be better off financially, and all the immigration would be sorted, and it's done the total reverse what it was meant to do. I don't know what we think about Brexit, but yeah, it's still a big divided subject, as you know. But yeah, having to get into Spain before this Brexit vote got decided, everyone had their chances, as you know, to become a resident. But like I mentioned, not everyone could have done it. You have different reasons, like I say, property back home, tax reasons, health reasons, having enough pensioning, the tax. I was saying last year, anyone got refused their application to become a resident, they had 15 days actually to leave, otherwise they become an immigrant, as they say. And yeah, they were giving hefty fines out. And this has been reported in the papers as well. So they're saying if you get caught overstaying once you're told to leave, it's between 501 euros up to 10,000 euros. Remember, these people ain't got money. That's why they're overstaying. But of course, the ones that have got money and they've gone through the process and they haven't got it, they've got to go by 15 days. Otherwise, they're going to be after you. Basically, that's the reasons why people did get affected by Brexit and the reasons why they went back. So yeah, let us know if it's affected you becoming a resident. Of course, it's a lot harder now. They want more money and not as easy as it was. But if you want to come and live the dream, I'd advise to get in there because it's absolutely a great life here. I mean, you can't knock the weather. 360 days of sunshine, and today ain't one of them, not yet, but it's still 18 degrees. And that ain't bad for winter, is it?